This sign is getting a little bent. Well, hello!
Hello!
Hi.
Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The Adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
And Hannah.
Okay, yeah, I got distracted. Someone was pulling up, but they're not pulling up for us, and they had to repark. Okay. Hi! I just said I was going to be quieter so that the mic would pick you guys up, and I'm loud. It's really hard not to be loud. I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there.
I'm Hannah. I'm minion number 2.
And, uh-oh. FedEx. I don't think we're getting FedEx
No.
today. We'll see. They back up if they're coming here. We're all waiting to see. I didn't mention the weather. So the weather is... Oh, he's going straight. He's not backing up. Ha ha. We'll get to why.
Long story.
Yeah, but I did post it on social media yesterday,
Yep.
and we'll get to it really shortly. So the weather, it's hopefully... Oh, he just turned around. He must have thought he had something for us, and then he didn't. He left. Okay, sorry. Squirrel. It's not as bad as it has been.
It's cooling off. Tomorrow we're supposed to be like 70 degrees.
That would be fantastic.
You have sweaters.
She likes hotter
I have
weather.
to be in long sleeves today. Do
Are
we
you
see
cold?
I am so cold.
Sorry, that's not nice. Not
I'm
nice.
still in shorts, but I'm so cold.
She has a blankie that she will go curl up with at some point.
I'm getting daggers. So yeah, it's been hot and nasty and rainy. It's been like raining all week, on and off, and thundery and nasty, and maybe not gonna rain today, but probably. I've been
Yeah, it's gonna rain today.
I've been deceived because my watch, when I click on the weather, if I've just woken up my watch to see what the weather will be, it goes to my parents' house in Connecticut. It goes to Bloomfield. I'm like, no, go to Brevard. And then it's different and usually hotter.
It's supposed to rain sometime mid-morning, early
course it is.
afternoon. And
Okay.
then it's supposed to rain most of the day tomorrow, I think.
And like tomorrow night.
That's it. That can be either good or bad for us. It can mean that nobody comes in, or it can mean that everyone comes in because it's raining. So, yeah, it's August. It's August 1st. It's very exciting.
Happy anniversary.
Yay! It's our anniversary. There's so many things. I didn't make a list, but there's so many things to talk about today. But we're going to start with the fun one. I mean, I think mostly they're all fun, I think.
Yeah.
But
I will make a caveat, because we have so much to talk about, we are not doing a virtual shopping. So
that was one of the things we needed to talk about, is that we're not doing a VSC today because, first of all, August came too fast for us to make decisions, or me to make decisions, and August is a big month otherwise, so we might be doing it next week, but you're going to have other ways to save, and we're going to talk about yarn at some point, but we're not going to have a formal VSC today. Thank you for bringing that up. Because there's just too much to cover today to have time to talk about a yarn and show off all the colors and describe them in detail. We've been having a lot of philosophical discussions lately about yarn colors and what they are or what they should be. So let me start with this. But
there was discussion that while you were gone in September, we could relabel all the colors what we thought they were.
It was going to be so fantastic. There was going to be a chili cheese. And a strawberry yogurt. There were going to be multiple strawberry yogurts, but they were going to be on different, there was going to be a 220 superwash strawberry yogurt, a Zoe strawberry yogurt.
what?
Not a Zoe, a Sammy
No,
strawberry
I just
yogurt.
couldn't hear what you were saying.
Oh,
so.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. When it's when you don't do dolphin speak.
You get quiet.
You do like.
I know.
But we were like, we could go and change all the labels to what we...
It's very cute. But
And because Hannah knows how to work the matrix stuff, she could actually change it. I was like, we'd have to be prepared
okay.
to go back. but we could.
I mean, now that you've let me know, what would make me happier is if you decide to do that, if they were additional labels instead of switching because there's official color names, right?
Yeah.
That people are looking for based on online and and I know you wouldn't change the color numbers.
No.
I would love it if we could have, and I wouldn't know how to do this with the stickers and stuff, if we could have the Sun Dragon name for this color is. I think that's adorable. I think that's absolutely adorable. I wouldn't change the price tags. You got permission if you can make your own tags that aren't the price tags.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was just going to change the price tags, knowing everybody. We were going to have to redo it.
Well,
You have to tell her.
Because it was funny.
I'm gonna thump you.
well, if we have to resticker everything, then that comes. I
Oh.
mean, we would just use your credit card instead of mine to get the new stickers. That's all. So, to resticker. If we have to resticker everything, that's a lot of stickers.
Yeah.
You know what? If we made signs all over the shop that said this is one of our favorite colors, or this is a color we love and we call it, you know, I think that would be adorable.
Yeah.
So, but not as much fun as what they wanted to do. Anyway, it's our anniversary. Oh wait, because we were just talking about stickering
Yes.
and everything like that. If you watch social media, we got in 8 boxes.
7 boxes. 1 box of Euclid and 6 boxes of yarn. 7 boxes of yarn
Yeah.
because we got one in yesterday, so 8 boxes.
This week, but like 6 of them came in on one day, and some were huge and some were big and some were okay sized, but massive order from just massive order from Cascade, a restock of a lot of our basics, a restock of some of the basics we carry from Plymouth, like Encore, like really just Encore. We got in a back-ordered color of Encore Mega. That's our acrylic with a little bit of wool blend. That's like good workhorse yarn. Like a lot of our workhorse yarns, I tried to get back in stock. And some colors have been discontinued. And so there's a lot of cleanup of the online shop that still needs to happen. But we got Friday Harbor is one of our not workhorses that we got back in from Cascade. That's just lovely, that we've been low on for a while, but while we were low on it, they discontinued over half the colors. So we got in new colors, and some of them are peeking out from behind us here. But we can't talk about colors in depth today, but just know that that is happening, or that has happened. We're still trying to put stuff away. We got 220 good solid workhorse wool, worsted weight wool from Cascade. 220 superwash, slightly thinner but machine washable. Some heritage colors are back in stock. Ultra Pima, which we haven't ordered in forever. We have an overabundance of most colors. It's a little wonky because, and Pacific Sport, didn't want to lose track of that. It's a little wonky because we restocked, but some things that we had a little bit of, I didn't reorder. I only ordered the stuff we had desperately run out of. So some things are in overabundance and some things are still low stock.
And some things we ran out of because we had just a little bit left,
And someone
some
bought it while we were waiting.
It's that dance that
It's an impossible dance, but we're still trying to put stuff away. I still have 220 to put away, and Ultra Pima, and Pacific Sport. But now Hannah's here for the weekend, so she can help us with it. And Liz has been working really hard in this room, as you may see above us and behind us.
the holes are gone, except for the top row up there.
and a little over here. We're getting ready for more
There's more
Patagonia
coming.
to come in. And we got a new yarn in. It's all so crazy. But guess what? It's our anniversary this month. I'm finally back to that. And we celebrate our anniversary in August, even though we opened our doors, July
28th.
28th, because August is our first full month in business, so we feel like we were officially a business in August. And that was 8 years ago. For me, that's crazy because, like, the yarn shop before us in Brevard was only in business for about 8 years. And the yarn shop that I worked at, like a Liz and Hannah figure in Georgia, closed her doors after about 8 years. So, and I feel like we have no plans to go anywhere. And it's exciting that we're still here after 8 years. I'm about to pay off my loan for starting the business, which was an 8-year loan. So I'm really excited about that. Like, it's just, there's so many fun things to celebrate. And August is our month to celebrate the shop's birthday. We are 8. I was going to look up what, if anything, is an anniversary for 8. Like, an anniversary present, you know, like for marriage is paper for 1. And it's, but at some point, the anniversary things start going to the 10s and the 5s and the, like, I don't know if
I think it happens after 10, but
okay.
We'll look.
So if there's anything fun related to that, we'll see. But, like, we haven't had time to plan because it's been a little crazy at the shop. So, and I haven't made my sign yet. But we are hoping to have discounts and sales and things all month long. We would love it if you just support the shop because we're 8 years old and it's exciting and we want to celebrate. But we can celebrate, y'all can celebrate and support us with sales and without sales. But we are going to have some sales. So, what we were going to do for this weekend is for people coming into the shop, we're going to grab a bauble. We're going to put our little
Dragon balls
all over the shop. I know. Hannah was going to have fun with that. We can't do that. We also have the spinny wheel we might use. But we can't do that. Did I really set you off that much?
No, I almost dropped my ball.
We can't do that for you online. We can't make it completely random for you guys online. So I'm going to have it be both of these. We're going to start with potentially multiples of 8 or numbers that have 8 in them. We're going to try to celebrate the number 8. And so what I'm going to do, ta-da! This code, either 8 as a number, years 18, or 8 spelled out, years 18, is going to save you 18% in the online shop through the weekend. So 8 years 18 is going to save you 18% in the online shop or by calling us. But what I'm saying is from when we finish filming, I'll put the code up through Sunday, the weekend, is a chance to save 18% and support the shop. So I will get that code going, all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, this is when it would have been bad to have the microphone on the table. Yes. Shout out to Jeff. He told us we're trying different microphones out, and we had one on the table that apparently every time we did this, the microphone really picked it up, even if we were just putting paper down on the table. So me doing that would be really annoying. It probably still is. Haha. So okay. So we're going to be celebrating all month long and celebrate with us and buy lots of yarn and I was going to say all the restocks that we did, a lot of that's not online. If we can, we'll get it up. But I've been struggling just to get the online calendar up to date, and I keep having goals, and the goals are being half met. But that's okay. We're going to circle back to other things, but why don't we, because I'm looking at the time, why don't we there was a question.
There was a question.
Okay. And while you get that out, I'm going to show, it's related to the Harvester Make-Along, which is an August and September Make-Along, or Jenn Steingass Colorwork Sweater Make-Along. And I can start to show off where I'm at with mine. I know she's already got it up. But look how pretty. It's a colorwork top sweater that, where is the, where's my cover photo? I was just going to show this while you're reading the question.
Okay.
So.
Dear Becky, Lizzie, and Hannah,
Ta-da!
if we have never done stranded color work and want to try it out before committing to the time and cost of a sweater or tee in the upcoming make-along, could you please recommend some smaller stranded color work patterns for a beginner to see if they enjoy it and to learn some of the essentials, like yarn management, color dominance, and whatever else, before the make-along? Thanks so much. Forever learning.
And before joining the make along, I'll add, because technically the make along has started. So I'm gonna do some go over some stuff tomorrow night on the Coach and Connect. So if you'd like to jump into the Coach and Connect, you can purchase that in the online shop. I didn't put the dates on this. The dates are over there. I was all gonna have it all ready. And then I didn't. Don't look at that one. If you can grab a green sheet, that's better. We're about to give you some examples, but you can join the Coach and Connect and learn some skills from us as we go without investing in all of the stuff for a sweater. So, thank you. Because the one on the front, I might have messed up the dates on. Oh. That's why. Because I'm going to be away in part of September, so some of the dates I had planned it out for, we may not be able to do. So the Coach and Connect dates for virtual Zoom sessions, which will be Saturday evenings from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. It's going to be August 2nd, which is tomorrow, and the 23rd, towards the end of the month, and then September 6th and 27th. So they're not like every other Saturday. They're a little more spread out. Based on other virtual events that we are doing, but it's $40 for the whole thing. You can buy it online. So, the questioner was asking about ways to practice and get in the mode of it, and the Coach and Connect, we can address some of those questions. Again, you don't have to have purchased a whole bunch of yarn to be in the Coach and Connect. Just pay for the Coach and Connect. But I made a short list. What I did have is a little bit of a short list of some things to try, because smaller bite-sized things, we were thinking hats and cowls. Color work, if you're going to engage in it, is easier to do in the round than flat, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing some nods. Because you don't have to worry about trying to do it on the purl side of the work. You're always going to have the knit side facing you, which is what happens with an in-the-round top-down sweater as well. Hannah, what did you mention first off the bat? Do you remember?
I think it's called the Mountain Mist hat.
Yes, the Mountain Mist hat by Tin Can Knits. I'm looking over at my Mountain Mist sweater.
It's a very beginner-friendly.
Yeah, I think we... because it was made out of the Lily Kate Makes Axis like this one, I don't think we have one out on display anymore. Mm-hmm. But it's got triangles, so you really can get used to a repetitive pattern without a huge amount of detail in it. And it's just got little triangles and diamonds to give you the effect of mountains. Mm-hmm. And it's really cool. That's by Tin Can Knits. You also mentioned the... Yeah,
the one other thing that I've done as far as color work goes is the National Parks book. You have to have the actual book, which can be a lot, but it has the hats, and there are a lot of really fun hats. And if you go to the national parks, or if someone else goes, my brother and his girlfriend went, and so I made the hats as they traveled to the different national parks for them. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of really cool hats, and a lot of them are color work. So it's how I started to do color work. So I have done some.
Yeah. But it's this big chunky book, but it's like this awesome coffee table book, and a lot of people might have bought it and not delved into it yet. And if you're someone who wants to do this sweater, but you're like, I don't know, and you happen to have this book lying around because someone either gave it to you because it was an awesome present, or you got it thinking, ooh, try them out, right? Yeah. That would be awesome. That's a whole collection of things you can practice and do color work.
She's writing another one too.
That's bite-sized. That's cool. Yeah. That's very cool. Liz, you mentioned...
I suggested the a mosaic. Like, if you've never done any color work before, the pressed flowers hat or cowl
can ease you in.
Because you're still learning yarn management, because you do have floats in Mosaic. They're not
long.
They're not long, but you are learning to keep those floats loose.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying not to run away with the conversation, because that's what I do.
And it teaches you charts.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a really good point. It teaches you charts. Like, color work in knitting is going to be charts. And charts are not scary once you know how they function. Like that each box on a grid is a stitch. And that's one of the things in the virtual Coach and Connect we will go over and answer questions on.
Yeah, you didn't do charts until
I did the pressed flowers.
Yeah.
And by mosaic, we mean that kind of eases you in, because instead of holding 2 colors at a time and navigating a row, you're only holding 1 yarn at a time, and you're slipping stitches of the other color, and it looks like stranded color work, but it's not. It's lovely. So that's a great warm-up to get you, like start with a mosaic, and then try stranded, like two-handed or 2 colors. You can do it in 2 hands, you can do it in 1 hand, and it depends on where the yarns are going, how well it goes, or like how it can look better and easier. So I brought over a couple of things. Anything, like, we have these guys together at the shop. They are white squirrel things. So this is the Rebel Squirrels. The one thing so this was knit in the round 2. And I never blocked this, and blocking can help stitches settle. But this is like, if you squint at it, it's squirrels. This is fingering weight. You could always do the pattern with a thicker yarn. But it's a really basic, your floats are never going to be longer than 5 or 6 stitches. And so this is a way to practice too. And see that there's no backside you can see because it was knit like a tube. But anything with squirrels on it, because we're in Brevard, we're going to do with white squirrels. So this is I did a modified version of the squirrels hat that you can get from Knitty magazine that is available on Ravelry, and I did it with white. One of the brain kickers with this is the pattern is written so that this is the dark color on the chart and this is the light color, and my brain had to like flip-flop it. But what a lot of recent patterns are doing for the color work, which I think is really awesome, is it's only in the past year or so that all the patterns I've been seeing that have been recently published will come with 2 charts. They'll come with, if you're going to do light and dark, like a dark background and a light color work, or a light background and dark color work, they'll have both the charts so your brain won't hurt, which is awesome. Like the cat one I'm doing has that, and this one, the harvester, has that. So I can use the one that has the light color and not have my brain hurt or have me do the wrong stitches. And your look of amazement just shows how important that is, right?
Otherwise, you had to like really mess with the printer, and
you could
that
flip
was
it,
even if you knew how to do that.
Or you would just have to constantly be on attention and on edge, and have to smack yourself several times, at least for me, to be like, I did it wrong again. I got to back out the row. But it's looking so pretty.
I will say,
I'm halfway through the color work on this.
Everybody looks at your harvester and the Avena, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's so complicated." It's not. It's basic. Like the squirrel hat that you have up, those lines in the squirrel are more complicated than the Avena and the harvester. So when you're looking at a pattern, look for easily repeatable, like especially if you've never done anything. The basic geometric stitches, like the Misty or those, are 2 colors. It's super easy
like
to remember.
This one, it looks like it's moving, and I've got the stitch markers in place, and it's going across the stitch markers, but that's because the pattern starts, like, the part that's going like this now starts over here on your chart. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you trust the pattern and follow the chart, it does it, and it's awesome.
It's basically the same
chart.
repeat, it just shifts.
So to finish this up, again, look for any color work. Like if you on Ravelry, you can look for stranded color work, and look for hats or cowls in the round, and check out on Ravelry if people have, like, how easy it is, which is, like, the more green in that easy to difficult bar, the harder it is. So look for something that doesn't have a lot of fill-in in that difficulty bar. And look for really high ratings of people saying it's easy to follow. And this is another one we have in the shop just to show off. This was the August hat by Sarah Solomon, and the Latvian braids are a little like that's the where there's a jig jog, but the Latvian braids are a whole nother thing, and you don't have to do them if you just want to practice the color work. But what's great about this is there isn't a long space between colors. So even if this looks more complicated, something like this is actually going to be easier because you don't have long floats of one strand of yarn going behind the others. This one, I'm not locking my floats in really, so I have some really long floats. So if you want to start before you get long floats and things like you might get in a sweater, look for something that is a repeated pattern that doesn't have big chunks of stitches. That's part of what made this one crazy. And I've got one that has like trees. The Alaska hat is an example of one that's a little more complicated. So Sarah Solomon has a lot of other, Sarah with an H, Solomon, has a lot of other color work things, including hats, if you wanted to try that out. She's someone whose name I'll throw out for practicing. And that's, I mean, let's briefly talk about what we're doing, but then we got to open the shop. But I think that's, I mean, it's really exciting to, one, have our anniversary, and two, be starting our make-along.
I have one more anniversary thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah, that's something you're doing, or let's go to you.
Liz is
This is my new dress. For every anniversary, I buy a dragon dress. And I found this fabric, and it looks like a coloring book with dragons.
I just want to clarify, it's not a dress yet.
It's not a dress yet. It's actually just laying on the table. And we have fabric markers. And
because we have lots of faraway people who watch this, and lots of local people who watch this too. So, oh, I can move.
I'm just holding it up. Come color my dress. It looks like a giant coloring page with the dragons like going in and out of it. And yeah, if you're local, if you're coming to visit during August, come color my dress. So it's fun.
What are you working on right now, Liz? Since we're on you.
I am...
Very briefly. We'll talk more about our in-progress things next week, because we had a lot of important announcements to make. But just in case people are like, what were you stitching?
This is Project 214. It's going to be a steeked cardigan, but I'm doing it in the round. Well, that's why it's steeked. Anyway, it's going to be a cardigan. I'm just knitting it in the round. And
she's going to cut
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah's trying not to make a face.
Okay.
So.
Hannah, I was all excited about what she was knitting, and I'd like you to explain to people why I got all excited at the beginning of our video.
I am on the final piece of the pieced cardigan for Seth.
And it's a gear
It's the gear cardigan.
I almost said gear cardigan.
It's the gear cardigan that has been so irritating.
And that's the alien sleeve.
It's the alien sleeve. It's the Martian sleeve that he's been so excited about. I'm actually reading a book about aliens now. I finished Carrie, and now I'm reading a book about aliens. And so it's very serendipitous.
I always, when you get excited, I want to be like, speak up. No.
I'm reading a book about aliens, and so it's very serendipitous that now that I'm on the alien sleeve, I'm reading a book about aliens.
I'm sorry. That's the theater teacher part of me, and I'll try to tone it down. I think that's wonderful. Yes. I think that's absolutely wonderful. So maybe next week, but at some point we will show you all the pieces of the cardigan. But we got to open the shop right now. So I showed you this. I'm done with my increases, and I'm halfway through the color work. And the only other thing I wanted to show everybody is that I finally, actually maybe two things really, really fast. One is I finally finished the first of, this is going to be the Granny Square Tee. So it looks huge, but actually because it's a me size, it is just right. And I've just started the second one. And, where did it go? Uh-oh. I was going to show you my embroidery, but it was in this bag, and I don't know where it is now. So...
Was it from yesterday? Did you take it home?
I did, and I put it in the bag to bring it back today. We have embroidery in the shop, and we will have to show you next week because we're out of time.
We have embroidery kits.
Kits. Although Bryson wanted money last night, so we might be getting some hoops, but not fabric. So we have kits and some needles, and I'm having lots of fun with it. And I started one of the kits we got for the shop, and once we go off air, I will find it. But I'm doing autumn birds, and it's really fun. And yeah, so it might have fallen out at home or in the car, and I'll find it later. So where? Okay. Final reminder, 8 years 18 saves you 18% in the online shop through the weekend. And was there something else we needed a final reminder of? I don't think so.
I don't know. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, all the fun stuff.
We'll be talking to you soon. Okay, bye! I found it. Hannah found it right when we were done filming. So, this is the kit, and this is what I've done so far. Bye.